It's Al Crespo. Now, a lot of people in recent weeks have started expressing concerns about the influence that Commissioner Sarnoff is going to have on Richard Dunn and that Commissioner Spence Jones is going to have on Hardemon if either one of those two guys gets elected. Now, of course, there's two other candidates in the race, and you shouldn't forget that. And if you're someone who supports those two folks, you need to get out there and do everything you can to help them get elected. But let's just say it comes down to Richard Dunn and Hardemon. Now, I went and asked Richard Dunn if he would do what I said he was going to do a couple of weeks ago, which is take the Southeast Overtown Park West CRA and fold it back in with the Omni CRA, and he said he would not. Then I went and asked Hardemon if he gets elected, whether he would appoint Spence Jones to be the executive director of the Southeast Overtown Park West CRA, and he said no. And I further asked him whether he would appoint her to be his chief of staff or any other position on his staff, and he said no. So I got to take both these gentlemen on their word. They said they're not going to do these things, so we got to expect that they won't do those things. And of course, if they do, well then, I'll be writing and talking about it. But more importantly than being fearful about what Sarnoff is going to do with Dunn or what Spence Jones is going to do with Hardemon, what all of you need to understand is that whoever gets elected District 5 Commissioner is not going to be elected king. They're going to be elected a city commissioner in a weak form of government. Now, there's no denying that a smart, aggressive, talented commissioner can do a lot of things. And even though I really dislike the things that he's done, I have certainly got to appreciate how Sarnoff has managed to pretty much run the city commission. And the only thing I have a problem with is there aren't more commissioners like Sarnoff. There aren't more commissioners who have smart people on their staff, who pay attention to the issues, who show up prepared, and who make sure that they build whatever alliances they need to build in order to get the things done that they want to get done. Now, that's something that you can play a part in. Don't whine about the influence that's going to happen on these two gentlemen from the folks we've discussed. Think about the influence that you can have, and your friends can have, and your neighbors can have. That's what you need to do. You need to think about more influence and not less. More people talking to the commissioners and not fewer. You need to be part of the process. What's that old saying? If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. Well, come next Wednesday, if the vote is finalized on Tuesday night for who the next commissioner is, or if there's a runoff, whenever that runoff ends, the next morning, if your candidate didn't win, don't go sulking off and saying, well, that's it, I'm not going to do anything for the next 4 years. What you need to do is call the winner up and say, hey, I may or may not have voted for you, but I'm here to tell you that you're now my commissioner, and I'm going to expect certain things from you, and if I don't get those things, I'm going to be down at your office, and I'm going to bring my friends and family and everybody else I can to make sure that you start doing the kinds of things that we believe need to be done in our district. That's politics, folks. That's the way the game is really played if you want to accomplish goals. Now, if you just want to whine and bitch, you can do that all you want. But District 5 needs a lot of help. So the goal is to not only elect somebody who you think will solve some of those problems, but to be right in there to make sure that they solve the problems. So that's about it. I would suggest, since there are a few days left for early voting, that you all do a Richard Dunn. Get $10, go put it in the gas tank, Drive around, see how many people you can get to the voting booth to vote for the person you support. And if you can't do it this week, see if you can make some time next Tuesday on Election Day and contact your candidate and tell them you're ready to help them get folks down to the voting booth so they can vote for them. That's another part of the process. And you need to do that if you want to try to help your candidate win. So, that's my little report for the day. Got a couple of really good stories below. And you know the rap, so I'm not even going to tell it to you. Thank you until next time. Bye.